this is Debi, and you're watching Etherreach on the Homebrew Studios channel. I am so excited that you're watching this, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you!
Previously on Etherreach.
I'm still trying to figure out why I'm here, so...
Think about it like this. Everybody here at this school right now represents all of your potential clients that you could invent things for.
Do you know any seafood you would want to make for us?
You mean food?
Yes.
Have you ever had pufferfish?
No.
How
heard
are
that
you with poison?
I was going to ask.
You see that Maribel comes up to the table. I want to make sure that you know that people are talking a little bit about you and Karl. You look super friendly and you seem super nice, and I just want to make sure that, you know, we girlies can stick together and we can take care of each other.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
So I
want to punch her in the throat.
I want you to make a charisma saving throw,
What?
and he will do the same.
I don't
Are
like
you trying to rizz him up? What's going on?
Charisma? 19.
19 beats him. He looks away first.
Ha! And to Karl being blocked off like this.
To note, she has not acknowledged you.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And Carl picked up on it, and he
Okay,
didn't
cool.
say anything.
Here.
I think Karl would probably just go to the classroom.
Okay.
Yeah, he would just leave.
No.
He wouldn't say anything.
This will be your toughest class for this year. Shall we begin?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
You begin the math class.
Debbie still doesn't have a pencil, by the way.
Carl would have given you a pencil, probably.
I don't know if she would have taken
No,
it.
Carl has like a bunch of the like cute ones that are like pink with the fuzz at the top that he's
well,
like
she
bought for you, and he's
definitely-
like,
yeah.
you forgot your pencils.
And then she just...
Yeah, he doesn't care that you use it. You have a pencil. I've done my job.
I would like for everybody to make a general intelligence check.
9. I already rolled it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Layne,
General
which one?
intelligence.
General intelligence. That's a good general name.
Use your Nerine dice.
Oh
See.
no!
It's a 5.
General intelligence check.
Oh no!
I'm so good at this.
Okay, 19.
19. Okay, gotcha.
That's a 4.
A 4.
4, 5, 9, 19.
Yeah, I'm above average. Use
Don't
the
forget,
maths.
I have a -2.
No, I
And
know.
modifier.
What's your modifier for intelligence?
0.
0
Plus
plus
2.
2
I rolled a 3.
plus 3. Yeah.
I rolled a 6.
You got Karl. He kind of gave you a couple. You were like, yeah, I've heard of Pythagoras before.
I remember Karl talking about him once.
But
You
what's
actually
the pen
probably
does?
have learned more with Karl than you do in this class.
100%.
Yeah.
Like she starts going over stuff, and I'm like, oh, Karl went over that with me a couple years ago. That is my only saving grace.
You don't quite keep up, but you keep up enough where you're
Yeah.
like, if I talk to Karl for like 5 minutes and he summarizes,
It'll refresh my memory.
yeah, and you'll get it.
Yeah.
I'll get a B.
Um,
I'll get a B.
You are actively trying
Mhm.
to understand, and you are not getting it.
Mm-mm. I
Despite
only
the fa-
have 10 fingers.
Yes. And
There's
she's
more?
talking about like hundreds and fractions and decimals. And it's just like,
Nah, not gonna happen.
it's just like, how could there be not enough number to make a whole number? Do you go down to a knuckle? Is that how it works? And you like raise your hand and try to ask a question for at one point, and she goes, yes. And you ask like,
A quarter it's bigger than a third, right?
no,
Because
a
4
quarter
is bigger than 3.
No, but because it's 1 divided by the 4, then you get less than a third, because it would be 1 divided. Here, let me show you. And she kind of draws it out on the board, and the 4 is less than the 3, but it's more than the 3.
At one point, Carl's like, see, take a piece of paper. Now, if I rip it into 3 pieces, right, this is how big it is. And this paper in 4, notice how the one that I ripped in 3 is bigger than the one that I ripped in 4? So, quantity, there's more, but size.
Okay.
Fractions are size.
Size.
And the
How
3
does that go into numbers?
is bigger than the 4. Even though there's more 4s, they're less because of size.
It's also funny because he said titty.
And Karl realized you didn't get it, and he went, moving on.
You can see that she's almost there.
She's almost there. Like,
if you decide to tutor her,
if we talked after when I talk to Debbie, you'll get it. Yeah, I believe in you.
Dr. Onkarian says,
I'm glad someone
Thank
does.
you, Karl. That's a very good way of instructing them. Well said. It's up to you whether or not you actually try or not, or if you just kind of like
It's
zone
not
out.
a subject that I'm going to be using in my career, so it doesn't matter. I just need to do enough so that I can pass.
Right. To which you are lost enough to the point where I'm just not going to get this. I have other ways of getting this. And you kind of zone out for a lot of the class. If you'd like, you can take a look around the classroom and see if there's anyone else.
Yes.
Yeah.
See what other people are doing.
Time.
See who else is struggling.
Maybe I can steal
Maybe
Cedric's
the
notes
prince is
when he's not
struggling.
looking.
No, he's struggling already.
What is up with me in threes? You said perception?
I didn't, but sure, perception.
Did you want me to do something?
Yes, perception check.
9.
You kind of
Fuck
generally
these dice.
Get him out now.
take a look around the classroom in order. I'll just run down the line. Zafira is doing an excellent job.
Of course.
Asher doesn't care. Cedric is doing a surprisingly good job of keeping up and is asking a bunch of questions, generally being
Just like him to learn a useless subject.
I feel like Karl would have maybe answered a question. Cedric just went, whatever.
Aurelia is keeping up. Orin is possibly the best person in the class.
Besides
Take
Karl,
one.
of course.
No.
No, Karl probably
No.
is not the smartest.
Oh,
Or-
not in the maths.
Lyra is actively not paying attention. Kind of like doodling in her notebook. and
I
kind of
love
drawing
that
picture.
That's so me.
Grush
Oh no.
Oh, poor baby boy.
is doing his best.
Not
He's doing
Grush.
better than he did in the other two classes because this one's more about numbers, which is a universal language.
Mm-hmm.
And also, Dr. Unkillian speaks Orc.
Yeah.
Oh.
So she translates some of the class to him, to
Good.
which he looks very relieved.
Oh, that's good. I love that. She's my favorite.
Maribel is surprisingly enough keeping up. Seraphine is doing well as well. Elias is also doing fairly well.
Just like him. Little bitch.
Saren's kind of in your boat. He's doing a bit of a better job of looking engaged in the conversation. You notice that he actively doesn't really write down much. Doesn't make very many notes. Kind of to your dismay, Asteriel's doing really well. Asking questions and kind of thinking.
This is the
theories.
greatest 9 ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is over the course of a class, too. Stellan's doing a fairly good job. Corbin is kind of meh. Phelan's doing exactly what you're doing as well, kind of looking over the class and taking what you appear to be mental notes.
He doesn't give a shit. He's just here for fun.
Yeah.
He's just
That's-
chilling. I
that's
wonder
kind
who his
of-
sponsor is.
That's the theory that you're kind of gathering together.
My theory.
Phelan.
I have theories about him.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's
I
just
think he's a
gentleman
criminal,
of the
and he's
night.
just here getting dirt on everybody. That's my crazy wild theory.
Okay. Okay. I'm
And
here for
Cereva's
I
it.
think he's just a stray cat
kind
that
of
wandered
mid
in.
of the pack as well. So that's how everybody responds to the class.
I think he's Scar and he just killed Mufasa.
Stray
Long
cat
live the
strut.
king.
With that, class ends.
Thank
There's-
God. I'm sick of this shit,
So
Grandpa.
is Orin the only person
That's
that was
too
probably
damn
doing better
bad.
than me in the class?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Stellan is...
Well, Stellan's keeping up. Yeah.
Stellan's keeping pace, not quite as good as
He's
you.
more on the science end.
Yes, he
so,
is.
yeah.
But he's
Just
really
like you.
smart.
Yeah.
So I would say the people to look out for is Orin, who did as well, Asteriel, who also a little under you. And then you don't know if Cedric is as smart as you, but he is asking questions and making a very active effort to learn.
During the 5 minutes,
Yeah.
I'm going to
Teacher's
approach Orin.
Okay?
And
You're
I'm just going to like calmly sit next to him.
And he's gonna notice you. Hi, Karl.
Oh my God, is he
Hi.
gonna make a
I'm not really good at this, but, you know, in hindsight, it wasn't the best idea to handle the situation as I did. But I did want to say that I saw you, and I wanted to let you know that you're smarter than me. And if you had my confidence level, you'll probably surpass me in our field and do wonderful things. So I hope that I can help you gain the confidence you need to beat me. I'll gently tap his paper and stand up.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Yes!
Ooh, let's fucking-
Advantage!
Oh, charisma,
I
boy.
Let's
have a
fucking
plus
go.
9, so I'm pretty good.
I wish I could give you bardic
Oh
inspiration.
man, I rolled low as fuck. Can you give me bardic inspiration?
Can I?
Um.
It's not awful, but
I'm
I-
clocked the fuck in right
No,
now.
I know. I want you to describe to me how you would like to try to give him bardic inspiration. Depending on how you describe this scene, I may or may not give him that inspiration.
Yeah, because I don't have anything that I can absolutely do. I got a 15, so it's not awful, but could be better.
I don't have to touch him, right?
No.
Okay. I'm sitting there, not vibrating because I am
This is
nervous.
probably when I'm walking up, so before.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't be, yeah.
I'm going to let her describe it. You kind of interpret it as you will.
I am sitting there, stone still, fiddling with my rings, staring at you, going, please make this work. 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 Over and over and over again, under my breath. Please make this work. 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 Stressed.
I wish I had a Debi in my life.
Everybody wishes they had a Debi in their
Everyone wishes
life.
they had a Debi.
Yeah.
If you would like to, that alone will not give him inspiration.
Okay.
If you would like to spend a spell slot and burn some energy and merge some magical energy into it, and actively reveal that you are trying to cast magic to everyone else in the classroom, I will give him inspiration.
I can't say anything.
It's not worth it.
Okay.
Because then they're gonna be like, oh, and then Karl's gonna look even worse, and so no, I'm just nervous, stuttering. Please make it work.
That's fine.
Please
I got a 15.
Okay, cool.
So it wasn't awful. I just
Yeah.
was like, ooh, could have
That's
been.
fine.
I
can
rolled a
live.
6,
Yep.
so I'm like, oh, that could have been better.
I can live
but-
with that.
Yeah, 15 is decent.
Okay. You pat him on the shoulder. And
No, I
he
patted just the paper. Literally,
you
like,
patted-
I didn't touch him. I
patted
Yep.
the paper.
and
And,
go to stand up.
Okay. And he lets you stand up.
And I would leave.
Okay. He doesn't say anything.
That's fine.
Screaming, crying, throwing up on the inside right now.
I sit back down.
So I should say, to note, you went over to the table that has Orin, Zafira, Seraphine, and Stellan at it.
Yeah.
So all of them were also there and heard you.
Zafira was there?
Zafira was
Oh, the
also
one that also was upset about what I did heard that. Nice. I didn't
What
even
do you
think...
mean upset? She said that was hot.
Yeah.
Oh, no, sorry.
Zafira.
Sorry, Zafira, Stellan, and who was the other person?
Seraphine.
Seraphine. Okay, sorry. I'm thinking of Sariva.
Seraphine
You
is
are.
impressed by
Yeah.
you because the stab and need.
Yes, yeah.
And then Stellan, I feel like
Y'all are buddies.
they could all be like.
So
"Yo."
I think I just impressed 3 people who have not the hots for me, but have like a
positive.
I mean,
positive
positive,
view
yeah.
of me.
One of them
Yes.
definitely has the hots for you.
Well, yes.
For sure.
Carl has yet to address that. She literally walked up and said, "You're hot." And he went, "I got saved by the bell."
As you sit
You're
back
rude,
down,
excuse me.
you sit back down at the table, and I'm assuming Debi is vibrating next to you.
I'm not vibrating.
Okay,
I am
gotcha.
still stressed. And
You
when
don't-
I'm stressed, I get still.
You do not get anything from Debi. However, you feel a little from your blueberry, and you take a look at it, and it's Stellan, who sent you a message saying, that was good.
Man, texting in class?
It's the
That's
5-minute
fine.
period.
I am so proud of you, Karl. This is a wonderful first step. I think you're gonna. I think you're on the right path. I think this was good. I am so happy.
Okay, everybody, let's go ahead and let's start the next class.
I'll respond to him just, I want people to like the real me, not quote unquote me.
Okay,
And that's all I say.
okay. During a break, I'll talk to you.
Oh, no, I don't get a whisper. No, you get whisper.
I think you should give him a whisper.
Go whisper in your man's ear.
Go whisper.
Go pss, pss,
I want to
boy.
hear the warmth.
Go pss, pss, pss.
Yeah, hear the warmth.
Mm-hmm.
I said that correctly.
You
Yes,
want
you
that
did.
warm, moist air in your ear.
Don't make that weird.
Leave it in.
Um,
I think my favorite thing right now is Nerine has like a peripheral view of what's going on,
Mm-hmm.
but she doesn't actually know what's going on with Karl.
Mm-hmm.
So she doesn't understand.
We're
like, the
getting
weird-
along great.
Yeah, we're getting along great.
It's funny because Carl's like, I did make a friend. Her name is Nerine, but I guess that doesn't count.
No, I need you to make more friends.
So Nerine has no idea about the interaction. Like she's probably saw a commotion and she's like, huh, interesting. But she didn't.
She said,
Locked
you
in
know what?
enough.
I don't.
She's like, you know
Care.
what? I'm eating my breakfast.
Yeah, that's
And
fair.
this is delicious.
I respect that.
And then everything else. And so she's like, I like Karl.
Mhm.
I'm going to talk to Debi later about what's going on. because I'm getting some vibes.
What class does she teach?
Who?
Fine arts.
Fine arts.
Like the
Okay.
music and
It's
stuff.
art class.
Yeah.
Do we get to do finger painting?
This is my shit.
Can Karl try to sneak out of the room?
You could just walk out if you wanted to.
No. He knows that he would be shamed if he left, especially by Debi.
I'd be sad, okay? I wouldn't
know, I
be,
don't
She
have a
wouldn't
good
be mad.
self.
She would just be disappointed.
because I'd be like, aw.
Who has a passive perception above
Nope.
20?
Me.
Me.
All.
It's literally just not me. I have a 7. I'm not even average.
Yeah.
You said perception, right?
What was that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Karl's hearing voices. What? That's what he's doing when you guys are passively perceiving things.
Who has a passive perception above 22?
No.
No?
21.
You're so
21.
mean.
24.
21.
You two
21.
clock that after Karl leaves.
No, I didn't leave.
No, leaves the table.
Oh,
Leaves the table
okay.
with Orin in it. You see Seraphine go down and text something as well. You see that she texts somebody. You don't see where it goes to. You do. After Seraphine kind of puts it away, the text goes to Maribel.
Son of a bitch.
Seraphine, you snitch.
And Maribel kind of looks at it, and as you're watching her, make an insight check.
Ooh, yeah, what is she
Insight,
doing?
insight.
I'm a victim.
You're being bullied. You did
gonna
this
go
to
on my
yourself.
I have mental health issues.
I know, poor him.
That is a 12.
A 12.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's pretty good.
You are looking at her, but she kind of looks at it, puts it away, doesn't look at anyone else in the room, kind of stares straight ahead, and then goes back to writing.
Sus. And I gotta act like nothing happened.
Yep.
That's D&D.
How dare you?
As Dean Hardmeyer starts the class, it is a very, and in contrast to all the other classes, which has been strictly academical, this is a very loose and open class.
Hell yeah.
You're encouraged to stay together in your study groups. You do not have to. But with this class, you're encouraged to head over to the crafting room and construct something with your group that at this time helps exemplify your goals and your purpose for being.
Oh, it's a
in
group
this school.
project?
It's a group project.
God damn it. And it's crafting?
And it's crafting.
God damn it.
It's a way to do
She
self-expression.
says with a big smile on her face.
Yeah.
Oh,
Self-expression, except for these constraints that you have to follow or I'll fail you for the class. You can express yourself with your group. All of you must participate, and you must agree on what's being expressed. It's like,
Oh,
damn.
Lord.
So no freedom. Okay.
Yeah. But I'm with Karl, and that's okay.
So with that, take a couple minutes, talk amongst yourselves. What do you create? I'll assign you a couple checks, and we'll see how well it comes out.
So this is something that is helping us and our goals?
Yes. Depending on how well you do with this is a group check. You may or may not impress some of the other classmates.
Okay, guys, so first, before we do anything, we should go over our goals. I think I've made my goal pretty clear in getting to know everybody and making more friends and building more connections. I'm open though, and I think if we can all find a singular goal that we're all striving for, we can make something with that focus in mind. Nerine, what's your goal?
You see Nerine take a moment to really think about this, and she's just like, Michael.
What is my What is an Egyptian?
I don't know.
What do you want to accomplish right now? Is there anything?
Art class.
Maybe a little bit farther in the future, like at the end of the semester. What do you want to have accomplished?
Probably making more friends.
Okay, so far we have friends, we have connections. What about you guys? Karl, I know that you're not here with a goal in mind of your own volition. That's how you say that word, right?
Yes.
Volition?
Yeah,
Cool. So I know that you're not here of your own I'm using that word right.
Yes,
What is
yes.
that
Okay,
word?
cool.
Volition.
What does it mean?
It's like free will. It's, you got to choose that. I didn't get to choose to come here. I was told to come here.
Gotcha.
That was one of our vocab words earlier. So I know that you're not here of your own volition. But now that you're here and now that you're meeting new people and you're having fun, is there anything that you want to do right now?
No.
Okay, we'll come back to you. Melron, what about you? What is your overarching goal?
My goal is to open up pathways for my future career path.
Oh, okay. Connections?
Connections would be one of them.
Okay.
Ideally, so I can take all my skills and put them somewhere.
Right. So trying to make ourselves useful while also forming and maintaining connections. Okay. So, Karl.
Back to you.
So I think it would be really awesome. We all need more connections, right? So I think if you also have that as a goal, you could also do that, right? Is there anything, because I know you're really smart and you invent things like all the time, is there anything that you can think of that would help us make connections and maintain them and make ourselves useful without hurting anybody? Yeah, no hurting anybody today.
Well, enchantment magic doesn't hurt.
No.
DM. Clarification.
Yes.
So for this art
Just
group
mind control
project
these
we're
people.
doing, is it like
I'll be friends.
something? How's it presented at the end?
It's kind of up to interpretation. It can be a performance if you'd like. It can be a diorama. If you want a little bit of inspiration and you're kind of lost with it, you start to look around the other groups.
Mm-hmm.
Group 1 has already decided on their theme, and they are building this kind of 3D diagram, and it started to take kind of a ball shape, with Cedric leading this kind of managerial and vision perspective. Brush is doing a lot of the heavy lifting, Saren is doing a lot of the pasting, and Sariva is helping kind of in an auxiliary performance. Group 2
You said they're making a ball?
They have a kind of ball shape.
Okay.
Group 2 is still talking.
Oh, poor Corbin.
And
Right.
Elias in particular seems to be holding them all back.
Mm.
And
He doesn't want to do shit.
and
Because he's a little
No, he wants to make a statement. That's my guess.
that is more along. It's not
Hmm.
from what you're noticing. Asher and Lyra are presenting their own image, and then Elias will come in out of nowhere
And go
and,
bam.
and basically go like, "That sounds stupid. I don't want to do that. Let's do this."
So
thing."
group 2 is a mess right
Yes.
now. How's group 3?
Group 3 is talking a lot. They look like they're deciding on the theme. They're talking specifically about how to present it. In trying to discuss with them, it's also difficult to pick up exactly what they're talking about. They're not the most artistic group, but they look like they're trying to decide amongst things. There's a lot of writing. Group 5, none of them are talking to each other.
Oh.
Because
Really?
Sucks to suck.
None of them are talking to each
For
other.
group
Yikes,
5?
what are they doing?
Aurelia, Maribel, Asterio, and Phelan? Yeah, I'm so
Yeah.
surprised they all
Yeah,
hate each
no,
other.
I'm
that's fair,
surprised
that's
Maribel
fair.
isn't talking.
Yeah, because
Jeez.
Maribel and Asterio broke off. Aurelia doesn't
Like either of
give a
them.
fuck about anyone. And
Yeah.
Phelan is Phelan.
Yeah.
So
They all
okay.
seem to be kind of writing in their own books, and they're not communicating with each other.
Interesting.
Michelle has ideas.
Okay.
In terms of, just so that we can get through more, I'm going to say that that I'm going to give you 5 more minutes to discuss.
Mish, what's your idea?
Well, Melron's going to present the idea. Well, perhaps rather than focusing on what our goals are, perhaps we can focus on what we each offer to the table.
Okay.
What unique skills do we each bring to the table? I can do acrobatics and fighting, and I can do voices.
Voices?
What?
Wait, I'm sorry.
What?
Make an insight check for those of you who want to.
Yeah, I want to.
Yeah.
I rolled good, surprisingly. I got a 15 for me. What?
I think I did pretty well. 28.
Like,
Yeah.
Karl was doodling the entire conversation, and he, that's broke the pencil.
Record
What?
scratch.
Sorry, Melron.
Melron seems to mean it literally, but he's also going to say, I can actually do voices like this. And then he's going to switch his voice so that it sounds exactly like Karl's voice.
What do you want me to say? I can do things like this.
I can also do things like this.
Say it in Debi's voice.
I'm gonna have so much fun with this.
We're
I could even switch my voice like this.
I do Nerine.
Perhaps I can sound like a certain someone.
And I become Maribel. Or if that's not enough, I can also do
Something like this.
and do Grush.
Which is weird because he hasn't spoken in common fluently ever. So the fact that you can imitate what his voice would sound like,
I
having never
can
heard it.
mimic the accent and just the way people talk perfectly.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Debi,
I
roll an
should,
insight.
not in class, because
Roll
we'll
an
definitely
insight?
get in
Yeah.
trouble. I can summon some creatures that can talk.
29.
I would love to
Melron
see if you
does
can
Grush's
mimic their
voice.
voices.
You see like little stars in Nerine's eyes.
Oh my god,
summon
stop. I'm
creatures, though.
clocking that.
Yes, I can summon aliens.
Clocking that!
Sorry, I don't know what you did,
control
but I
how
looked
they
at him and said, I can summon aliens. And I want to hear you mimic
Do
their
you control
voices.
what they do?
They're independent, but they obey my commands. We're like, think of it like, I don't want to say pet because it's a little bit more than that, but like friends that, except I'm their superior.
And you can also do a little bit of magic.
I can do a lot of bit of magic.
And you two can do magic as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
You
you
can
look,
play
and I do
music,
like sparklers
imagine.
with prestidigitation.
I'm very
Abracadabra.
musically yes.
Mm.
I can create water. I can control water.
Can you make it different colors?
I do have this really cool spell called Color Spring.
Ooh.
I also can, so I could create tentacles. I could create water. I can turn. I know polymorph.
Mm.
I could turn people into alien or not aliens. You said aliens and made me think of it.
Yeah.
I could turn people into animals.
So I don't know if we want to turn anybody into animals,
Yeah.
but I think something with the other spells
I
that
can-
you have.
Yeah, I can summon tentacles. I can teleport. I can make
You
mirror
can
versions
also
of me.
summon tentacles?
I can spy on people from vast distances. I can read people's minds. I can break people's minds. I can force choke them. I can be possessed by my, foreign masters, and I can send them to hell.
I don't
I
know.
also have a gun. And he holds up his fingers.
Well, thinking in the terms of art and performance, perhaps we can do some sort of mini stage play. You summon.
Well, we have to craft
creatures.
something.
I think that would be fantastic,
But we have to
Melron.
craft something. It's
Yes,
like arts and crafts.
Well, you are a fantastic crafter, so I don't see why you wouldn't be able to craft something.
Why don't
would-
you guys cast a spell into my machine thing, and we'll see what happens when I activate them all at once in a controlled
Can you
environment.
do fire stuff? Because you did the fire.
Well, yeah, but that's just prestidigitation.
I would like for each of you to individually say what you're going to do. And we're going to start with Melron. Going to go around the table. I'll have each of you make a skill check,
Mhm.
and we'll see how it turns out.
Well, going off the idea that we're doing some sort of play thing, even if it doesn't have a bunch of stage
Yeah.
props, Melon was just gonna probably stand off stage somewhere and just do all the voices for the little creatures.
All right. Performance check for me, please.
Oh god, I have to summon these creatures? I can only summon one at a
Probably
time.
more so just to keep up with all the
Are
different
they
voices.
friendly
Yes.
creatures?
They obey my every command.
Performance, soft 20.
Soft 20. Okay. Karl?
Okay.
How many creatures?
I can only do one at a time because it's concentration.
Hmm.
And it's one spell that would have been cast multiple times. So I'll read the names and y'all can pick which one based off of that. Do you want me to summon Drupert, Carmelian, or Boolean?
The least terrifying one.
No, just pick a name.
Oh god.
Pick a name.
Drupert.
Drupert. Okay,
Oh no, it's
Not
Drupert.
Don't worry about it.
What is Drupert?
I'll summon Drupert.
Go ahead.
It's a spell. It's just
Do
a
you
spell.
control?
Yeah,
Drupert?
he is fully under my control.
Okay. Then in that case, let's have you make a performance check as you control this.
As I command him to do certain
Yes.
actions,
Yes.
basically. Okay.
I'm already
18.
seeing
18.
it.
Okay.
You are playing all the characters, fighting against whatever hellscape being you just summoned.
You're doing all the.
Debi.
I'm doing the score. I am playing on the cello Symphony Number 10 in E minor, Allegro.
You would be doing a performance check.
Okay. And then just
The creature that
checking.
you-
No, okay, so that's gonna be a
No,
18.
no.
18.
This is a
okay.
help.
Sorry.
Because
So-
she would see what creature I summoned, right?
Yes.
It is a beholderkin, which kind of could look aquatic enough that it could be a monster if you want to be the hero of the ocean.
Or you could give the special effects.
I will say, so you will see what he summons.
Mhm.
You are a little surprised by it. It's because he kind of described it in vague terms.
It is my size, so it's a pretty decent big, but it's just one eye, a big mouth that's got like saliva coming from it, you know, like small, round, sharp teeth. It's just a single. It's literally just a floating ball with a big eye and a like drooly mouth.
Okay, cool. So Nerine is going to prep. She's going to use create water to create water.
Okay.
And then she is going to use color spray on the water to add color to it.
Okay.
And then she is going to use shape water to kind of turn them into like figures and people
Okay.
for
Cool.
Melron to voice. And then she's
Cool.
just going to like
Nice.
control the water as it's like kind of miming like fighting this creature.
Okay.
And I'll create a story of like, this, creature, I don't know,
A bunch of different people coming together to fight.
an evil
Drooper.
creature. Yeah.
Okay.
A very stereotypical hero's story.
Okay. So go ahead. I don't want you to make a performance check. I want you to make a general spellcasting roll.
Okay.
So just roll and add your spellcasting modifier.
But I think we use a ducky. That is 14.
14. Okay. So
We did good.
pretty good rolls across the board. And the theming that I'm getting is togetherness, coming together and fighting one larger opponent with some fairly good voices by Melron.
Yep.
A beholderkin as the monster of the sea.
Melron's also using voices of nobody that's here.
Okay,
So like
gotcha.
voices that hopefully no one knows.
Gotcha.
Hopefully.
And Debi creating a fairly haunting score
Yes.
that backdrops the whole thing. It is a much more creative take on the question that Dean Hardmeyer was expecting, and you do fairly well.
Nice.
Good job, guys.
Team.
Good job.
Just so you know, the villain that your water people are facing is literally, you will never defeat me. I will become more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
Is that a Megamind reference?
No, it's Droopy. It's Droopert. It's Droopy, the fucking dog. I do feel so good.
Compared to the other group,
No one understands
Can you
him
do the
because he's in deep
Darth
speech.
Plagueis?
So.
I get it.
Darth
I
Plagueis.
see it.
The tragedy of Plagueis the Wise.
Nerine
Group number
understands
one.
what he's saying.
Yeah, so you and I understand.
delivers group number 1, which consists of Cedric, Grush, Saren, and Sariva, delivers kind of a sappy-ish diorama of world connectedness and communication and
Propaganda.
togetherness. It's a little amateurish. Clearly, this is not their forte, but it does have some gorgeous flora demonstrations, with nature being very much a key part of this community and world and global organization.
Debbie claps.
Yeah. And it's okay. It's not as good as your guys's. What is as good as your guys's is Study Group 2. You're not really sure what it represents. It's kind of this flashy with some
That's a surprise.
pyrotechnics and some
That's the Elias group.
Yeah, it
They
is.
actually pull it off.
and with some pyrotechnics and a lot of loud noises and talking about expressiveness and creation. And they all, Asher, Lyra, and Elias, seem to have come together to make a vision. You have no idea where Corbin fits into this vision at
Oh.
Not Corbin.
all.
He's just a baby.
He's a sweet boy.
Group
Just a
3
baby.
is probably the best one when it comes to content. It itself is boring. It is a wall of text.
Oh no.
However, it's engraved on a metal wall that stood up. It's about 10 feet tall and about
Jesus.
20 feet wide.
Jeez.
Unfolds like a poster board,
Uh-huh.
basically. But it is full.
It's literally a wall of text.
It is a wall of information.
About.
Everything when it comes to any sort of subject that you can think of, and organized with headers in each subject. You see
And I
science.
assume the citations are on the back.
Yes, of course.
footnotes and everything.
Science,
Chicago style, of
construction,
course.
architecture, the evolution of artistry and
The best
expression.
science fair board.
I love it.
Basically.
I love it.
There,
I'm entranced.
there are no graphs, there are no pictures. It is just text.
I love it.
And
I memorized it.
Yeah. With all the other groups, you kind of see them kind of like awkwardly stand there and present it. For this one,
This has Aurelia.
What?
This has Aurelia. So
No.
We're still on the
in
same
group
one.
3.
Oh, we're still in group 3. Okay.
Still in group 3. With all the other, with the first two, and with your guys's, there is this sense of like, yes, we're a group. We're not really, we're a class group, and we're kind of all awkwardly performing this together.
Mm-hmm.
In this one in particular, Seraphine and Stellan are very much on the same wavelength, which is more so than you've seen from the other groups.
Insight check.
Yep.
Inside.
Stellan's going
That's a
for
28.
the girl that potentially betrayed me.
Drama.
22.
28 and 22. There are some sparks there.
Oh.
I mean, good for them. They would
Yeah.
work. I hope she's a nice person and
I hope so.
I hope
too.
she
I
said
hope that
like
it
good
was a-
things to
yeah.
Maribel, and Maribel's like,
upset about it. Yeah.
I will say, as you are enthralled by this performance, Zafira is looking at you with a particular sense of, I want you to make an insight check.
She wants you to like it.
Right,
She
she's a fucking-
wants you.
She's a book talk girly. That
13.
terrifies
13.
me.
Okay, here's how I'll present this. There is a sense of ownership.
Ooh.
She
When
is
it
all
comes
but
to you.
pissed on
A
you.
book talk girly.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh
Oh no. That's
There
crazy.
is a-
We
there is
met
a-
yesterday.
There is a sense of good, I got him, about it. Whether or not it's a dangerous thing, or if it's
Haven't
just
picked up.
kind of
Interesting,
like a
interesting,
crush thing,
interesting.
and that's just kind of how she rolls. That's what's going on in her
I
mind.
can't wait for her to try and mark her territory.
I wonder how Debbie's gonna react to that.
Mm.
It's gonna all depend on how she tries to do it, and how Karl feels about it.
Debbie, can you get me into Carl's room at night while he's sleeping?
No.
How about break me in when he's taking a shower?
I'm actually on my way there already. Continue, DM.
Group 5 is the most. How would I put this? Group 5 is the most scandalous.
Oh.
Oh.
There is no unity. Each of them performs their own task.
Of
Of course.
That's
Aurelia sings. Maribel shows a design that she made off of her own clothes
Mm-hmm.
and shows kind of a prototype of what she would exhibit in her vision.
Is this all at the same time?
No.
Okay. I was like,
no,
That'd be
no.
funny
chaos.
if
One
It
after
is-
the other.
It is one after another.
Okay.
It is all mini presentations. Asterial showcases a presentation of military strategic formations in a battle that she studied when she was in the academy. And Phelan shows off a picture of everyone else in the room while the other three were presenting. Like a painting that he
Oh,
makes.
wow.
Like, he starts by showing a blank canvas, sitting back in the corner, painting everything.
He's
And then
amazed.
when Asterial finishes her presentation, he turns it around, says nothing,
Wow.
walks back down.
Mic
Wow.
drop.
Do I look
Can I-
demented or do I
can I
look like a
analyze that
dude?
for
Absolutely.
I want to analyze.
Yeah, I want to
this
see
too.
if I look
I will
normal.
also-
Sure.
I
What type
want,
of- what
I
type of
want
check?
to look at everybody.
You make.
I'm looking at the detail of me.
I was about to say, if you're looking at it from your seats, that's a perception check. You're not going to get much detail.
No, I got
If,
closer.
if you get closer, which some people do, it's going to be an investigation check.
I got closer for sure.
I would like to look at the painting, but I also want to look and see if I can get any reaction from Phelan as people look at his painting.
Okay.
9 perception.
9 perception.
Yeah, I don't get closer.
If you're not moving from your seat, that's a pretty good picture, and it's impressive he did it in such a short time.
22 for investigation.
22 for investigation.
Damn.
And if it helps you bridge the gap between 0 and 22, I got a 16 for investigation.
I'm actually wanting to do 2 checks.
Okay, I'll get to you
Yeah.
last then. And also make an insight check if you're looking at Phelan. As you inspect the picture, there are a couple things that you notice.
Nerd. Fucking 6 eyes.
Nerds run the world.
Not in America.
You
they
are
don't.
inspecting you are inspecting the picture and the painting for your impression and the impression in comparison to other people in the room. You more or less look like you. There's nothing too abnormal that's in the painting. It's a little bit of a creative interpretation.
Mm-hmm.
But as you look and you compare yourself to other people, there are a couple people that stand out to you. One in particular, Aurelia, is done in fairly good detail. Another person is Maribel, also done in fairly good detail.
When you mean good detail, though, do you mean it's...
You are kind of done in...
Well, no. What I'm getting at, I'm not worried about me anymore.
Yeah,
They're good detail. Because I remember the earlier interaction, is it good as in flattering?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Because it seems like he doesn't like Aurelia. If I remember correctly, he was the one that's like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
Aurelia is glowing. Hers is very much positive. Maribel is...
The devil.
Is more or less neutral. You just notice that it was done with more care. What you are noticing that is unflattering is his composition of his stereo.
Ooh.
The horns are a bit more protruding, a bit more jagged. The uniform is more angular than what's in real life.
In that same look, how did the other tieflings look?
The other tieflings, Debi is unremarkable.
Okay, not a
More or
race
less
thing.
the same.
That's what my first instinct is. Is it a race thing or is it a personal thing? So I would immediately be like, Zafira and Debi, what do they look like?
If you take a look at Zafira, Zafira already looks kind of intense and kind of foreboding. So it's hard to tell whether or not that's exaggerated or if it's just a creative interpretation.
Yeah.
The last thing that you notice, while Aurelia is glowing, Melron is beautiful.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you are.
Ayo.
Very clearly, although they're sitting off to the side,
Yeah, they should have been a background character, but they're
the
definitely
angles
not.
and the composition and the perspective of the painting all kind of point to Melron.
Wow.
Like it's a portrait for Melron that's kind of hidden?
Not necessarily a portrait, but you know how like
Kind
when
of how in
Well, no, like it's supposed to
Renaissance-
draw your eye to Melron.
Exactly.
That's what I mean,
That's-
in the sense of
that's-
like Melron is the star if you know art and are paying attention to where
Yes.
it's leading you.
where
Exactly.
the lighting is and how the
Your average
shadows-
museum person isn't going to know.
Melron is no bigger than any of the other characters in the picture. However,
But he's the main character if you know what's going on.
he is definitely the main character.
At 16, how much of that do I notice?
You would get the differing perspectives. I don't know if you'd notice much of a difference between Aurelia and Melron, and I don't think you'd get that Asterial is negative.
Right.
But you do notice that these characters are singled out in
Okay.
particular. And this is minor. Like, you're not sure if other people are going to pick up on this, but you in particular do find that with
I
your two
want
roles.
to do investigation on the painting.
Okay.
Then I also wanted to insight Aurelia.
Okay.
Investigation is -1.
Okay, cool.
But my
I ripped the
insight
painting.
is a 28 on Aurelia.
Wow.
I got a 19 and a 1.
Damn.
So you also rolled a nat 1?
Yeah. Yeah. That's so silly.
Oh, gosh.
Oh my god.
I love Nerine. I fucking love Nerine. Her stats. Mwah.
They're so stupid.
Oh, they're so good.
Gosh. How do I want to play this? I'll give you the insight. I'll give you the more serious stuff. So you also making insight on Phelan.
23.
23. As Phelan kind of sits back and kind of like an artist presenting his work, he kind of sits back and he puts his head on his hand. And he kind of sits back and he's kind of doing a peer over the crowd. He is not nervous.
Does he have a tail?
Yes.
He's a tabaxi.
Of course he has a tail.
I just wanted to verify. There's some
And I bet
cats
it's
that don't
so
have tails.
soft.
I bet it's just like
Yeah, but
kind of
he's
just
an
the tip
orange
is
cat.
swinging.
So
Oh, he's a cow. No, he's an orange cat.
no, he's not a calico. He's just
Yeah.
an orange cat.
I bet it's
And
just the tip
He's
of
just
his tail.
Garfield.
He's kind of sitting back and no nervousness at all. Very secure, quiet confidence as he watches everyone observe.
Mm-hmm.
That's really all you get.
Mm-hmm. If there's time, I want to go up and say something to him, but I want your
Okay.
checks to be prioritized.
For Aurelia's insight, she is frustrated,
Mhm.
disappointed, very clearly not okay. She sang a song. Whatever.
Mhm.
And she's upset over that. And you
Mhm.
got that from her performance and also from seeing her sit down.
Mhm.
That's readily apparent. for your -1 on investigation.
The consequences.
As you look at the painting and you take a look around and you're observing, you're seeing Karl kind of go, and Debi kind of making the same noises. You notice that Phelan's representation of Asher is really cool. That's really standing out to you.
Oh.
And like almost in a way of like, oh my god, does Phelan have a crush on Asher?
Oh no.
Oh my god, Phelan's gay.
Oh my god, he's gay. We're all gay. We're not all gay.
We're not all gay.
Unfortunately
Like-
for you guys.
Like all the other ones are okay, but like Asher looks really good.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That's kind of
He blacked out his face.
I don't want to
He said
like
nope.
say anything I don't want to say, but this is tea.
Yeah.
Somebody should know.
That's the tea of the day,
I think
honestly.
Debbie should know.
You think Debbie should know?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna spill that tea to Debbie later.
Okay.
Oh, I'm spilling the tea to Melron. I'm letting him know. I'm like,
Okay.
I probably sat down and went, hey, remember when I made that joke about how everyone wants to fuck you? No, this is a problem.
We need to watch out for this.
That guy really wants to fuck you. The whole art, if you get close and inspect it, it's about you. Everyone's angles and all that. It makes it so that you are actually where the eyes are supposed to lead to. And you look really good even for a distant character. Like even the main characters and all that who are detailed. And that's a whole other problem. What happened? Did you even know that guy?
No. But I ran into him when he first showed up at the school.
Well, whatever you did, you made an impression. And that's coming from me.
He's suspicious.
Suspiciously into you.
It should be noted that at the end of the class you kind of make
likes
you make the realization that while group 5 did not follow what the dean had said, each of their individual performances are excellent.
Yeah.
It's all masterfully done. Individually taken, probably beats everybody.
Task failed successfully.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Mhm.
And that's kind of how Dean Hardmeyer dismisses all of you. And at the end of class, she says, okay, you have the rest of the day to yourself. Dinner is at 6 o'clock. Feel free to have it as you wish. We'll see you for the next day. You're dismissed. That's the end of class. Your free period begins now.
Oh my gosh, that was so awesome, wasn't it? I can't wait for next week. In the meantime, I hope you subscribe to Homebrew Studios on YouTube, and I can't wait to see you again next week. Bye!